How you doing? This is John Wayne Mercure, the sonneteer from beautiful, beautiful Chandler, Arizona. A while ago, I tried to call my daughter in Florida, and I wanted to read her this. So I'm going to read it to you, and then she'll see it on YouTube. It's really important. Otherwise, I wouldn't do it. John Wayne Mercure, I write. I've got 1,355 original sonnets. I wrote them all, okay? And I called on the Akashic record. And this book I'm talking about, The Quantum Akashic Field, is written by a really good writer. His name is Jim Willis. And I'm giving him credit because, he wrote this. It's about acceptance. Men can never learn acceptance. They don't have the strength. And that's why this is so important. I wanted to read it to my daughter, and I will. Acceptance. For thousands of years, women have been downgraded, held back, denigrated to second-hand status, and in some cases, really truly degraded. Often men have put women on a pedestal, which was just a lying way of saying and putting women in a prison. In a prison. Honey, don't you worry your pretty little head about voting. You have more important things to do. Yeah, right, more important things to do. Through that incredibly long and painful process, women have been forced to learn the lesson of how to survive and continue on. Acceptance. Acceptance. That doesn't mean resignation. It doesn't mean hopelessness. It doesn't mean weakness. It means hope through strength, accepting what is, and never, never giving up. Perseverance. Think, for instance, of a young African American woman living the black experience over the last 300 years. Taken from her family and tribe, treated as forced labor and breeder of new slaves, then obtaining freedom, only to have her husband, in so many cases, be murdered in brave rebellion, discriminated against by white society, discriminated against so unjustly, and absent because he couldn't take the pressure, the inability to cope. The father's gone. The woman, she is left to raise her family alone, to carry on, to keep hope alive by resigning herself to never give up. This is a lesson most men will simply never, ever understand. This is hope in action. In action. Hope. Living hope. The lady saying to herself, maybe I can't change things alone, but I can carry on so my children can try. This is the cry of the woman who does the work of a man, but is forced to accept lower wages. It is the plea of a woman patronized by the good old boy network, the little lady back home, while her man is off having fun and complaining to his friends how difficult life is. The lady whose vacation time means doing the same things she's been doing back home, but under primitive conditions. Woman's strength is acceptance of what is now, never, never losing the vision of the way things really should be. Women have a strength most men will never ever understand. It's been bought at a tremendous price. Thousands of years of suffering within a patriarchal man is bossed patriarchal system. But the great cost has been bought with a great treasure, a pearl of great price, the gift of acceptance. Most men will never obtain it, never. Why? Because men don't have the strength to pay the price, to endure, to never give up, to hope, so at least your kids will have a chance. And that's why I wanted to read to my daughter, because this dynamite, and this Jim Willis that wrote this, the name of the book is The Quantum Akashic Field. It's a good book. It's got a lot of other really good things in here, but I thought this was too good to pass up, because ladies got to understand. I mean, even now we got men that want to be in women's sports. Come on, man. That's wrong. That's wrong. They're there. They don't belong there. Leave women's sports alone. Au revoir, mes amis. Du gardez-vous pour toujours. Fini.